That man flew at victim and is strangling him to death.
Chris.
Strangled.
The defendant would never do such a thing.
Yeah.
Well, now, I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic.
Shut the fuck up.
If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me, little nigga.
Wait, so are we gonna show them that like niggas didn't get strangled, or are we talking about a different person?
I don't know. Let's look at our evidence.
You mean the autopsy report?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What? That makes no sense. Next.
Okay. Check it. Check the autopsy report.
Can we look at the new thing that we got?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that doesn't change anything.
What if you can put a PP in that bottle? Oh,
Nigga.
Check the
I
autopsy
feel
report.
like I'm metagaming hard right now, but I feel like the fact that deck is blue might have some relevance later on. But that's too advanced for what the game wants right now, right? Next.
yeah. So let's go back.
Anyway, check the autopsy report. Yeah, he died from hemorrhage and not choking. What do you know?
Yeah, go back. Go back. Let's go to the right 3 times.
A 1, a 2, a 3,
Go to the right one more
a
time.
4.
I think we should look at our evidence. Represent that manila folder right there. You got that?
Manila?
Do y'all agree?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes.
Darren,
Me and my
stop
niggas stay
griefing.
wrong.
It's turning the music into a trap beat. Oh, really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Don't worry, I'm gonna do that anyway.
Normal customers only choke on borscht.
They choke on BBC.
I shall choke
the
you
report
if you don't
shows
shut
the
up.
victim died of a blow to the head.
You about to change the autopsy on us, watch?
Miss Orley? Really now? Did you witness the crime?
He's not,
Ah.
Damn!
She could
That
go
was
for
good.
real, honestly.
She kind of hard for
She's
that.
not edgeless,
Hmm.
so...
Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything.
Yet, is it a fact that he was hit, Your Honor?
Whose side are you on, Judge? What the heck?
He's always on the prosecution side. But
Gosh, sucking off the prosecution as usual.
It's you, Cockler.
I know. Here's a photo.
Wait.
We took off the victim of his hat. With his hat off.
Well, that's quite shocking. I just know that nigga's hat went flying when he got hit in the head. Like, this head certainly was hit.
His head was hidden.
He's
Clubbed.
bald. But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck.
Like a vampire.
Oh, really, Miss Orley? I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Justice, I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What the heck? How did you... You can read my thoughts? I found a contradiction, man.
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination.
Such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating me.
There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
Damn.
The fuck?
You said,
Ow!
I'm in your head, little nigga. Don't you fuck with me.
A telekinetic prosecutor. This game's gonna go crazy.
I know, Darian might like having a man in his head.
Shit!
Yo.
Anyways,
Follow justice, sir.
Alright, my
I
bad.
honestly
Turn it
agree.
up.
I honestly agree. I think we should go to the present. Look at the evidence with the guy getting hit on his head.
You see that, right?
Oh, forehead.
Check,
Hat
check.
removed during.
Nigga want to be Aang so bad. All right, read that again.
Okay.
He's Tianzin.
Nigga want to be a fucking airbender.
Cut all that out of the video, please.
Don't worry.
Leave that in.
Go back. Shit, I don't really know. Let me,
You haven't
let
looked
me-
at the phone yet.
Wait, look at the bottle.
Lord. All right, what do y'all want to do?
Dude, let's look at the phone.
Let's do things one at a time. Used by the defendant to notify.
Oh yeah, I forgot we could look at shit.
Actually,
Okay.
never mind.
Not yet. Oh.
I guess we
That's
gotta
not what I said.
Turn it around.
Turn that thing around, you know.
What the heck? that?
Ah!
Yeah, it's just the batteries is gonna fall out. Don't
Oh.
worry.
It's one of those ghetto ass phones where the fucking back broke.
He could have his social security on the back. We gotta examine that.
You gotta take that shit down. Phoenix, what's happened to you, brother?
Whoa. Batteries are held on with a piece of tape.
You were supposed to be better than this.
You should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it, or he just doesn't care. Them iPhone users with the screen crack. So what? We're not gonna take it off?
No, we're not gonna destroy his phone anymore.
Examine it one more time.
No.
This might be one of those things where you have to do it twice.
Oh shit, you caught on. Nice. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Now, let's turn that thing around. Let me see the ass of it.
Okay.
Oh man, like the bottom. Fuck.
Lack of blood would be the point, but
Let me look at what they talking about in the chat. All right, go to the right. Right.
What?
We should
Right.
probably no. We should probably look at the picture to see if he has his locket.
Damn it, Darren's
Oh,
good.
yeah,
I was
the
thinking about it, but I
locket.
said no in my mind.
It's not there.
that shit got stolen.
Well, so was the hat. So
Is
next.
it in the
They
other
removed-
picture?
They removed the hat.
What?
Look at the other picture to see if it's where the locket is. Not that one. The one before the crime scene.
The one where he's just vibing.
You did have it on.
It's not there.
lock it.
It is there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
It wasn't
It's-
there later.
not there in the
the later one. Okay.
other picture. So
Okay.
He got
No,
robbed
okay.
by some random ass nigga.
it's funny because Phoenix has something around his neck too. That's kind of looks like that locket. That's a shame.
What'd you say, Tables?
Go to the right.
The crime photo. Yeah, that one.
Well,
We're gonna present this right here.
hopefully they count this.
Do
I don't
y'all
know if
agree?
they're talking about the whole time of yada yada yada. Yes.
Bro, of course they're gonna count it. I'm always right.
Sir
Mhm.
facts.
Oh, damn!
You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Really?
Mr. Justice,
Saturday?
would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about?
Recall the testimony, Your Honor.
Not this paper again.
Victim played with his hand on his unlock it at his neck, I believe you said.
I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
I thought I was just reading bad, but no. No, but look at this photograph. Look at this
Every time-
photograph.
Yeah, you got it.
Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? I don't think so.
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
What does it mean?
If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death.
I robbed it.
Lockets just don't disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket's gone, someone must have taken it off, no?
Picking it off. Wait, you don't mean...
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
Ah,
His face.
Ah! That's weird.
defendant, what do you have to say to this?
I'm wearing the locket right
Say.
now, my nigga.
Yeah.
I just noticed this, but you have something
you gay?
hanging around your neck, don't you?
Oh, you mean this joint? Yeah, it's a locket with a little photograph inside. Pretty cute.
I mean,
My daughter's in
yeah,
that bit.
Come?
Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
You had sex?
Damn, I should have said
That's the
that.
big information.
We confirmed at the time of the arrest. Picture in the lock is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Jolene Wright.
Not Jolene, right? Alright,
Mr.
Phoenix,
Rocket.
fess up. Who you been fucking?
So Mr. Rocket,
My bad.
Mr. Wright has had sex. Why don't I buy sex from him?
Okay.
Why don't I buy that? This is just a coincidence.
And you're making it even more convincing that you're homosexual.
I'm saying.
I'm just playing the character. I don't know what.
Imagine.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what politics they got going on in Phoenix Wright, but I'm
Yeah,
for
man,
it.
the character, dog.
Whoa,
The
now.
character makes me say gay shit.
I support the LGBT.
Get that ass man.
I support the LGBT.
Well, now, if the results of this poker game led us to this murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
Fuck up.
Further testimony won't really be necessary.
My fault.
It's clear the defendant got his ass beaten.
Got his booty clapped.
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Ah,
Can't wait for her to like get caught lacking. She's like, "Suka biat."
Serious competition.
the game began with 3,500 point chips for each man.
3,500.
House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was victim. For last hand, defendant play all chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and
Indeed. Looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's whole life, bro. Like, failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now I regret what I done. A common tale, but true.
Abuse.
Thinks the judge watches too many old court movies. So Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong.
Exactly. 100. 100.
Yeah.
House chips come in two sizes, small and large.
Let me hear more about that. I love things small. Are the chips in the photo all? I'm too used to it. My fault.
Are the chips in the photo all the chips that were used?
of course.
I guess I yelled that. Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Yeah.
loud.
Yes.
Sure, man.
Sure, man.
Something's
Wow.
British with these chips.
Yeah.
My chips are pretty
You
good.
could explain a bit about these chips.
Love how British is a substitute for wrong.
Explain? What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Not a chip off the old block, not a...
Not a chip off the old cock.
Thanks, man. Now that I've pressed her, I better ask her something. Will you go out with me? I mean, what are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubies?
Yeah. As I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Hard, perhaps, for capitalists to understand.
Damn, not
Oh,
roasting a country.
Two types of chip: 100 points chip and 1,000 points chip. It is not money, da.
Ah,
Justice?
sir.
Don't you find her comment interesting?
Yeah, I mean, she said it might be hard for a capitalist to understand. Like, I know these communist bitches always got some shit to say.
I agree, but I'd have it added to her testimony myself.
Well, does the defendants want to hear yeah.
I mean, he told us to, so we have to listen.
Do y'all?
I hope it's not one of those things where it's like you have two things that you could add. And
It's a yes or no
one of them is
question,
right, one of
guys.
them is-
Let's go ahead and add it.
Faith?
Sure, why not? I'm doing good.
So I do think this deserves further scrutiny. Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was.
Oink.
Nice. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind.
Da, Your Honor.
One kind of chip is worth 100 points, the other kind is worth 1,000. 2 kinds in all.
So cute.
We pressed that? Yeah, we pressed it. I remember how to play this game.
We do.
Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why.
Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in kindergarten.
Sorry, I'm fine. Better think of something to ask. And quick. 2 types of chips.
Da.
Small ones are 100. Big ones are 1,000. Right? Right. Of course.
Nice joke. Ha! Don't waste our time.
Is that all?
Yeah. Cool. Right, Mr. Gavin made me stop her, and now I'm the one who looks stupid.
Oh, Justice. I thought I told your simple ass to not embarrass me.
Huh? Who? Me?
There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands.
What?
It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try it. We're not in kindergarten after all.
But I didn't pass math class.
Calculation?
The one who was winning, it was the victim.
Can you go back?
Alright, keep doing that.
Ooh,
One kind of
wait.
chip is worth it. Oh,
One kind of chip, the other is worth.
And can we go to the evidence?
No. Next.
evidence are next.
Next.
The one who was winning, it was the victim.
Next.
For last hand, defendant play with all chips on table and lose.
Next.
The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and...
What?
Go to the part where she said which ones are how many points.
That's what I was trying to look at the evidence for.
One kind of chip. She didn't even specify. Which
She said one
anyways.
is one. Go to evidence.
Yeah. Look
Go
at
to the
the
chips.
table. Next.
I noticed that the big chips were mostly on that side, so they assumed he was winning. But what if the smaller chips were worth more?
I mean,
That's just game theory, though. I mean,
yeah, I mean, she didn't specify which one, so we have to either we have to press her on it. Did we press that already?
Yes, I think...
we did. Yeah. Yeah, he was asking, are the small ones? Then
And what did he
Like,
say?
please
He said the
about
small
the-
ones are 1,000, right?
he said he was guessing, and then he said do the calculation or some shit like that.
Christ almighty.
Holy,
Okay,
I
well.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. Present.
Tables.
At the part where he said the victim was losing.
Top list.
What'd you say, Tables?
I think Brody's right.
Yeah.
You need to go back to math class. Are you sure the victim was the one who was winning?
Boy.
It seems our new attorney is a bit slow. Glance at the picture will tell you who won if you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court?
The judge is like, just to be sure.
Sure.
Of course,
Just be sure to tell these stupid niggas that something that I obviously know.
In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh.
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
Totals?
That's his version of the head nod. Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips. And the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points.
Yes, if my calculations are correct. Let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5.
Woo.
They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. Big chips are worth 1,000 points, and the small chips are worth 100. Add them up. How much is it?
How much is it?
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you?
Yes.
10,600 points. The chips don't add up. Clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why.
Right. Only one possible way to explain this contradiction.
Go for it, right?
You niggas can't count. Oh my lord.
The starting points were right, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the chip count was right. I think both was right. Both were right.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what the answer is here. I'm just pretty sure that they just mixed up which ones were 100 and 1,000 points.
So what, the chip count was wrong, or?
Hey, Steven, how's your day been?
I think both
Don't do
were
that,
right.
don't do that, don't do that.
wait, what do you mean, Sly?
Nothing.
No, wait, I actually meant that, Steven. Come back.
Oh shoot! I almost turned my camera on and I'm fully naked. Anyways,
Alright, thanks.
Nigga wasn't ready for this Let's Play.
Gabo.
Abo.
Gabo.
Able.
What do you guys
Suck it up
think?
for them both being
I
right.
said both were right.
Okay, let's do it. Full send. Each man began the game with 3,500 points. While the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, there can be only one answer.
Well, what is it?
The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? Small chips are worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness. Utter madness.
Show me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
That's bullshit. But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips though.
My nigga, do the math.
These niggas cannot count.
Well,
Y'all are
math
slow.
class.
The small chips are 1,000 points, and the large chips are 100. I have to read it out for you. Let's do the math. All right, get your pen and paper out. Let's go. Chop chop.
Get your abacus.
Let's.
Ah!
The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the defendant had 4,100.
Whoa.
Seems that Mr. Wright was winning the night after all.
That's sus.
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning.
Ah!
Now, Miss Orley
Funny his hair fluffy.
must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you?
Gotcha.
Order! Order! It appears
Well,
our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened.
Don't say it, Payne. Don't say it.
We must now ask ourselves. Excuse me? What is it, Miss Orley?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
See what, Miss Orley? What do we see?
in the last hand, there was cheat.
Cheater? A cheat? You don't mean he's a trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
All the same thing.
Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Great. Just great.
Great, does it?
First we have lying. Now we got cheating. Sounds like my
Wow.
relationships.
Oh man, that's sad. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
No!
The final hand.
Me and my scammers.
The last hand, both men had full house.
I love
Bet
that
you
show.
Olga's a scam.
There is
rap.
4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in hand for Mr. Smith.
I loved him.
Miss Orley? Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning?
Tell him.
I thought I smelled stink pussy up in here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers.
A full house.
Throw the covers into the washing machine.
A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
And there's a lot of seasons too.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin? It's a full house.
TV
Well,
show.
you see, Justice, Full House is a TV show that aired on
Please
Nick
talk
at
to me.
Night.
Later days. You don't know your poker?
I can't say this bodes well for your
Children, I swear.
case or your career.
The heck? I thought you just said gambling was illegal. Is this some kind of secret court poker ring?
Justice. You know the terms one pair, two pair, and three of a kind, yes?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Louis
Two cards
Chan.
with the same number makes a pair, and three makes three of a kind.
Good. Now picture a hand with one pair and one three of a kind. That's a full house.
That's a really good full house right there.
Doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in the photos.
He had a 777. That's lucky. Wow.
Mhm.
They both have full houses.
We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat, obviously, fucker.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. You're right, lost that hand. Never heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat.
If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious.
Brush.
We should probably.
What?
How was it clear?
Because it was.
The defendant. He played a fifth ace.
A fifth ace?
The fuck?
I still remember both hands very well. Mr. Smith's hand had 3 aces,
Oh.
and Mr. Wright's 2.
One of them definitely cheated. Obviously, cheating was afoot. Or perhaps I should say, a hand.
Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony about Mr. Payne's joke.
Very well. The witness will add this detail to her testimony. Please. Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces and Mr. Wright's 2. It is 5 aces in all.
Just want to see if we can skip all the bullshit. Go to the picture of the table. All the cards.
2 and
Go
2.
Go back to the crime photo.
Something ain't right.
The first one.
Let me look at the table one more time. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, that table seems to be,
That's contradicting. I mean, I feel like that is what we're looking for right about now.
I mean, that table, you know, there's only 4 aces on that table.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the heck is going on. Someone is using, like, some D4C, because this is a different universe in this picture.
Oh yeah, that isn't. I only see 4As.
Take. Never mind.
Yeah, I just got it. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Nice.
Mean to me neighbors.
I love asking questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was saying that's probably
I thought you were
the way to go. The tip photo.
Y'all wanna
And
bring
I
that?
think we should say it when them ugly niggas say, let me go back.
And those ugly niggas admit that they're ugly. Yes, sir.
Here becomes, alright, let me go back. That one.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing Table said, and both of y'all ignored him.
It'd be like that sometimes.
I just didn't register. For
I didn't
whatever
even
reason.
hear what he said.
Yeah, I don't think I heard him.
You gotta speak up more, Tables.
Me fault,
Yeah.
senor.
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name.
To
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony.
That's the photo of the ships, is it not?
Justice.
you retarded.
Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. He's quite slow. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
Yes, please point out the contradiction in this photo. I'm quite slow.
Just
What
points a
particular
finger
point
at you.
contradicts the witness's testimony?
Instead of pointing at the picture, I'm just gonna point at the
Was Chamber
judge
supposed to
and
have
give him
3?
a middle
Was it
finger.
was
What?
the one on the right?
One, we were supposed to have
No, the victim was supposed to have 3 aces supposedly.
No, so it's the one on the right then.
That's why, cause like they were saying that he cheated. Cause like, oh, the victim already had 3 aces, and then Phoenix
there was
pulls
an
up
extra
a 5th
ace
one.
of spades in the deck, and he doesn't have it there.
Do y'all agree?
Ron did.
Yeah.
Miss Orley, in your testimony, you made the following claim: Miss Smith's hand has 3, but as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces.
Eek.
Not eek.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused.
Was she about to be confused? And never mind.
Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
Bro, take another look at the evidence. Black
No.
man, as you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand.
What is your problem, ape?
Where is the 5th ace? I see cheating, all right, and it's going on right here in this damn courtroom. It should.
Can't escape. Low tier god.
2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces in total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please.
Oh, get out! Get out!
It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace.
Oh my gosh.
There was cheating. I swear to you.
What is she going on about? She gotta be lying. Yet she's the most sincere I've ever seen her all day.
You're right to trust your instincts.
I can read your mind still.
Mr. Gavin, stop reading my mind, please.
No, nigga. Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind. Perhaps we might examine the actual cards?
Uh-oh.
The cards?
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
the players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
Very well.
Brother.
The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards?
Cards don't prove cheating was going on. Nothing will. Ow. Which of these hands is more sus?
Defendant.
Them.
So why did I say defendant victim?
Tapes.
Me and my niggas. You know what I mean?
We're victims.
He said he agrees with his niggas, so
Me and my
It was
niggas
the
are
victim.
victims.
it was the victim's hands that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. Defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards.
Very well, Mr. Payne, if you would.
Very well.
Mr. Payne, you can't see it behind his glasses, but he is like, his eyes are bulging. He's like, I'm gonna get caught lacking, dude.
Well, time's a wasting. Get to it, Justice.
Yes, sir.
Hurry up, slave.
Alright, turn them damn cards around.
When examining evidence, be sure to view it from all sides. And
Oh yeah, y'all weren't the game.
Oh,
Y'all weren't supposed to know about that until now.
Try using the dials in the evidence viewer. That should give you a better perspective on the case.
Alright, let's do this. I played
Did
the
you
first
know-
game with its DLC.
Did you
Turn it
know-
around,
did you
turn it
know,
around,
guys?
turn it around, turn it around, turn
Did
it
you
around,
know,
turn it around,
guys,
turn it
that
around.
you could
What the
zoom
heck? What
in
the
on
fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
cards?
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
It's
Whoa.
good.
Animators, yo,
Hey,
animators. Hey, animators.
hey, animators.
Animators. We have animators.
We do not have enough clout for animators, guys.
Hey.
Sorry.
I
No,
like
don't worry,
that
don't
though.
worry. Don't
I
you
can
worry,
I can
they
whip
will
something
come.
up. What?
Lord.
Damn, that cut out and then peaked for me.
Your Honor, can I go to the bathroom?
I got a shit.
Go.
Also, one of your victims' cards. Back is a different card color.
Eh?
That is impossible. But I put that card in this.
What?
Ooh.
What was that? What was that? You?
The Rock raising his eyebrow.
What was that?
No,
Miss Bitch?
yet. I merely said that I have.
Pipe bomb.
No.
Pipe-
Horton here's a bitch ass liar, Your Honor.
Mr. Gavin, yes.
Tell me, what was the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To
As a fellow
cheat?
connoisseur. Oh, I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say?
In arms.
The dealer.
Ah.
So you mean this witness, Miss Orley?
She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Not only does she provide borscht services and head services, but she also provides cheating services.
Order.
Not Ashley Madison.
Time to take advantage of her. I mean, her
What?
mistake.
Okay, that's what he actually said.
I forgot they made that joke.
Calm down, Chezo.
Your Honor, I'm bricked up. Please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible. But I fucked Mr. Right. I mean,
I
Damn,
did
Zaddy.
no such thing.
Negro. Miss Olga Orley required to cheat, not only with my client, but the victim, Mr. Shady Smith.
That music.
Ooh,
Like dancing.
And we got dance music. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Like, I could do better than that. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim.
What?
wait, you don't mean the defense
Yes.
isn't accusing the witness of Miss Olga Orley, are you?
Time for justice. Serious mode. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And Mr. Wright isn't guilty? Well, shoot. By process of elimination, I am guilty. I mean,
What the
I'm
fuck?
ready. The defense accuses the witness Miss oral sex of murder.
Miss Oral Sex.
eek.
Damn.
Uh-oh. Okay.
She caught it though.
No, at least still fine. Well,
She didn't catch it.
Oh.
Mr. Payne, where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has a
heart attack.
mentally, Your Honor. Physically.
Mr. Justice?
Bruh.
It seems you've presented a new possibility to the court. One suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith.
That means
This court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
Come on, Judge. What happened to reasonable doubt? I know it doesn't exist in these games, so come on.
I did it. I held it out.
I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Actually, I think you're
Mmm.
It's been
What?
a while.
Sit down,
Right?
youngin. Let a real G handle this.
he's like,
You can't end the trial here. Not yet, at least. I need some more camera time, man.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
No, I don't actually. What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? What, you want to kill yourself, bruh?
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know, Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
No.
Seems like I was too advanced for what the game wanted.
As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before.
Nigga, yes. The 2 decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red, okay?
Blueberry and
colors are
cherry.
Blueberry and strawberry.
Why use different colored backs?
Because you racist. Plus, if we use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed, you know what I mean?
So you use different colors and they still got mixed up?
And we
We
all
used the
won.
red deck for the last game.
I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. Like, sure, someone said something about blue cards earlier in the recording.
Whatever. In the end, one card of the wrong color got into the mix. Which means they were cheating.
Yes, a card slid into the deck, which seems to indicate cheating. Yet this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo,
You asked them.
Yes, my goat!
let's consider the first question, shall we? Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped?
Man,
There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wrong.
shut up, Payne.
Of course it was.
No. It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be.
Mm.
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped?
You gotta answer now.
Before the murder.
I think it was during.
Honestly, I was kind of going with during, either during or after.
I
I'm
was
kind of with
hoping you said
during.
after.
I agree.
Okay,
Y'all agree with during?
so what?
Wait, what? During, right?
What? During.
Alright, cool.
During? During.
Oh, weren't they swapped during the murder?
During the murder? Tell me, exactly when is that?
Well, the very moment of the act, I guess.
Would that be the moment the cards were shown?
Or perhaps the moment the cheater was revealed.
Or maybe the very moment the bottle came down on Mr. Smith's head.
Can I use the bathroom for real this time?
That moment could cost you this case.
Let me rethink this. When was the card swapped into the
Well,
deck?
it wasn't during.
I think it was during.
Okay.
Before?
Yeah, I guess it had to have been before, you know.
Faith.
Couldn't possibly have been after.
Why couldn't it have been after?
Just for comedic effect, if it is after for the video.
Yep.
I just want to know your actual reason, because I was gonna say after.
I don't know.
Well, what's your reasoning if you're gonna say after?
I mean, I thought someone wanted to try to frame him, so after.
That's
you know,
good
if we're still-
reasoning. After the murder.
You changed my mind.
Faith is the real one.
Couldn't have been before.
After.
Do y'all agree with after?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps it happened after the murder?
What? That's ridiculous. What's the point of cheating after the hands could have been shown? That's silly.
But tell me, you swap cards during the game. Take silly over impossible.
I mean, take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in the world, but very little impossible.
Oh. When the backs of the cards are different color? pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
Uh,
Quite true. That would mean that the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
That's bullshit. This is going past silly, strange, and this is going past silly and straight on to crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
Who indeed? It's one of the mysteries before us.
there's another?
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who the hell swapped the red card for a blue card?
Your mom.
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim, dead. Only 2 remain in the room, alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley.
Man, who swapped the card?
Oh, dog. Oh,
I
dog.
mean, I don't know who the someone else would be, because we don't know any other parties in this case, so, yo.
Which makes
person
it more
guarding
than
the
obvious that
door.
that's the answer.
Oh shoot.
What'd you say?
Go early.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
someone else.
We're going with Olga early.
Did y'all? No, because Tables just said someone else. So I was like, are y'all going with Olga or someone else?
Okay,
You can try
explain your...
Fuck it.
Yeah, explain
honestly
how about
think we
explaining
should-
your reason?
Like it's what you said. Like possibly to frame him. You know, like twist things around, mix things up. Show that she try to make it look like, oh, Phoenix had a reason to kill the dude, whatever, but she just failed and she just fumbled the bag and now she's going to prison.
I
Why
just
do you
think it would be
it's...
silly. Never mind.
Okay. Let's go with Olga then.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna lose based on this one mistake either way. Why it must have been Olga Orley or who? I read that wrong. Why it must have been Olga Orley who swapped the cards. She was trying to cover up the evidence of the cheating.
That does make some sense.
My
He
fault.
said you're wrong, though.
But there's a problem with that explanation, Cuzzo.
Michael is scolding me.
Swapped card was from the wrong deck.
Yes, a blue card was stuck into the red hand.
Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors. Remember that you're talking about Olga Orley. She was a dealer. Oh yeah. So I'd have been a different person. Do you really think do you think that she would make such a novice mistake? Come on, good. What are you, black?
Actually, I have trouble imagining the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, oh Polo.
Right. Phoenix, right?
So it's something else. Someone else. Something.
Or we could just go hard body and just accuse Phoenix, right?
Someone else.
Me like.
Why not?
will
Someone
we-
else.
Someone else.
Darian?
Yes. The one who shot the cards wasn't Mr. Right, of course. And, well, Olga seems to be just clown 100.
What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I admit. As a defense, I think it only makes sense for you to deem Miss Orley at this point.
Yeah, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card.
And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious.
This dude on his mystery nigga shit.
Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright?
Mystery niggas.
My fault, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all this is.
Is this a game to you?
You weird for that one, bruh. I have no idea how you defense it. I have no idea about what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. The one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant, and it wasn't Miss Orley. And who was it?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Correct.
precisely, Kurt.
Huh?
I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction.
A new direction?
One Direction.
We'll find that indeed after the murder, someone swapped one of the cards in a victim's hand, and that someone made 2 critical mistakes.
I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card.
Because the one who did the swap didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card.
Right. Person replaced the 5th ace with a king. Whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game
All
had
they
been...
knew was that the game had been won. All they knew was that the game had been won with a
Oh my
full
God.
house.
Has been one.
So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in. I just realized I'm not locked in. Hold up.
Locked in what? Okay. But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person.
There's always gotta be that secret.
Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
I'm not saying that until now. What?
Well, I mean, they did say there was someone...
I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright.
This trial has proceeded on one central assumption, namely that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room.
I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption.
The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
Yeah, you get your ass bodied now.
I suppose that is a problem, I guess.
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. If Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very
They're
well.
gonna be going in
The trial will
there.
resume in 20 minutes.
Damn, 20 minutes. Dang, Gavin must got like immaculate sloppy.
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Well, now, I think you would know the answer to that one.
Ah, being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I've no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome.
I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph.
Justice.
Yes.
The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me. 1 second.
You did well, cuz. Can I ask you something, though?
No, that was Apollo.
Oh.
You did well. Can I ask you something? Oh, wait, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, man.
That locket you wear,
That's your daughter.
is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
Now you wondering about the victim's disappearing locket? Here, you can take a look at it. Here, that's a picture of my daughter in there. See what you look like. I'm asleep.
Alright.
She looks like Pearl. Phoenix!
I'm just surprised to hear you had it. Oh, fuck!
I'm just surprised to hear you
Wait.
had a daughter. I thought you were like a fucking loser.
Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days.
Oh,
That's
foreshadowing.
foreshadowing.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
I mean, I cheated on my wife, but not in the poker game. I mean, what do you think?
He just lets that slip so casually.
Huh?
You know what happened 7 years ago. What I did. It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I get it. It's cool. You know, people don't want to let that shit go. It's like, hello, dear God, with his thoughts on the
I
defendant.
never, honest,
Nice.
but it is odd. Like he managed to go undefeated for 7 years. Like,
Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
huh?
You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. Alright, in that way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like trial law.
Figure out what your opponent is thinking, and you win.
Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of info.
Kidding.
That witness, for instance, Miss Orley, she would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice that?
Oh, come on. Who'd notice that?
Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading. That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, and now I pass the secret on to you.
Go, Gumshoe taught him. Let's go. But I'm not worthy. I mean, you're the protagonist. There's no way I'll pick up on these signals.
No, you can do it.
I'm not worthy.
Huh?
I'm not worthy.
You just don't know it yet.
What are you talking about?
But you will soon. Like, we got a whole Let's Play to go, man. Good luck. Oh, and I almost forgot. One more thing about this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
Bruh. I knew it.
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. Like doing cool shit nowadays, now that I'm retired. Gotta entertain myself somehow, you feel me? And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me.
Nigga just goes to random court cases and just throws in bullshit facts to shake up the case.
What a mastermind.
It's a sick form of entertainment. I need your power. Yep.
My power? What, was there a piece of stand arrow in that locket? I had no idea my cords of steel were that special.
It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best, man. I believe in you. Not really.
You got this. Don't fuck up.
Oh, wow. TBH.